What's good, Osiris here? You are with Middle MAGA. Thanks for joining. The battle with Texas versus the feds is heating up, and I want to talk about leadership. Now that we're here, you might think, because I talk about secession a lot, peaceful secession, and you might think, well, we're definitely heading towards that path. It's not the way I would want. Who knows how it's going to happen, though? It's not going to happen how you imagine it in your head. So you would think I'm for it. I am, but we have to talk about leadership, though, now. Now we're into it. This is a level of detail that we've never seen this happen before. So now we're getting into it more. And now we have to say, okay, who's the leader? And is it Greg Abbott? And if the leader is Greg Abbott, I have a problem. I stand with Texas. Do not get me wrong. I stand with the individual rights. It doesn't matter if it's California. I stand with, as long as they're separating from the federal government, not working with the federal government. Texas is separating away in a battle of who has power. Populism is the belief that the power should be distributed to as many people as possible. And when you look at a centralized government, you've got 500 people as the key people that are making these decisions, maybe even less, that are making these key decisions. Bring that power closer to the people. The millions of people in Texas can do it through their own governor. Much more direct, powerful representation. And I don't live in Texas, so they should have more say on how their borders go. I don't care about the 50 states in the union. It's their border. So we have to say, I stand with Texas, but listen to this. This is via middlemaga.com. In the heart of Texas's ongoing battle, we see a complex drama unfolding. I haven't heard many people talking about it, but I'm going to phrase it like it is a complex drama unfolding. The central part of this narrative is Governor Greg Abbott. Let's analyze him deeper. I'm just going to talk about a couple things here. His leadership has become a point of contention for me. I see that Texas is doing some good things. I'm not giving him any credit though, because I don't know what he's doing. I haven't seen him communicate his progression for me. And this is stemming back, believe it or not, some people might say it's a small thing. It's stemming back to the nappy-headed black people bill. Remember, he passed that Crown Act type thing, the same type of nappy-headed protection of, and that's what it literally is, to protect black people from their insecurities of their nappy hair. I've got nappy hair. I'm not insecure about it. I don't need Greg Abbott to sign a bill for that. That is a democratic, corporate, identitarian way of thinking. And that is support of the federal government, not against the federal government type of thinking. So it makes me wonder what's going on. What's really happening here?
Girls from Rutgers, man, they got tattoos and
some hardcore hoes.
that's some nappy-headed hoes there. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Oh
Man, that's some. Ooh.
You go from defending nappy-headed hoes to challenging the federal government at the border. I'm going to need to understand what your thought process is. That was less than a year ago. That was March of 2023 when he did that. It was a bill that they signed with the help of the corporate Republicans in that state. Same type of corporate Republicans you see in Georgia that are going against Donald Trump. Greg Abbott endorsed Donald Trump, but he's a dinosaur. He's a George Bush dinosaur from the past. Greg Abbott. How do you think he survived? He survived by being very smart. He knows all I have to do is endorse Donald Trump, and then I can just stab him back figuratively in the back. Just like Fauci, just like Christopher Wray, just like Ronna McDaniel, just like damn near everybody that Trump had to deal with. They all were backstabbers politically. And I don't know where he's at. Look at what happened with Ken Paxton. Ken Paxton had the fight of his life with the impeachment saga. What did we hear from Governor Greg Abbott? Nothing. Crickets. Not a word. Nada. Zilch. That's an absolute fail. So you see, you've got the nappy-headed hoe bill. You've got the impeachment of Ken Paxton. If you don't know, Ken Paxton is the based AG, the one that brought Texas v. Pennsylvania. He'll go down historically as one of the most AGs, the best AGs out there to bring rights to the states. And Greg Abbott, during that fight of his life, said nothing supportive of Ken Paxton. That's a fail. So we've got 2 strikes, and then there's more. But then the third strike is now Ken Paxton says, I want to go after those people that wasted the money of the Texas taxpayers to go after me and try to get me impeached. I'm going to go after them. But Greg Abbott's like, no, I want to support the incumbent Republicans. So how do these are just 3 things. So you tell me, do you trust Greg Abbott? I don't. Do you want an explanation? And it really is more important if you're in Texas, but let's just talk about it how we're talking through these things. Do you want somebody like Greg Abbott to lead you through this battle? I don't know what he could do. Maybe he's being authentic. I don't know if he's going to do turncoat or is it all a facade. I don't know. I just know I don't trust him. And I want you to tell me. I'm going to be live every Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. That is the regular scheduled show, just once a week. And then if I do anything else, it'll be a bonus. I appreciate you if you join me, but let me know about this. Am I off base? Do you even need to bring up Greg Abbott? Is he good enough because you've seen him bust people around, which has brought attention to it, but obviously didn't solve anything. So then he stepped up after those migrants drowned, unfortunately, or died. And now he's going up against the federal government. Is that enough for you to trust him? It's not for me.